Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So do you feel like you're a culture vulture?
Oh, yeah. That's
Really?
what I'm here for. That's what this is all about.
Really?
He's a culture condor.
I think
They're
I don't
bigger
think
birds.
so.
this is my thing. What's wrong with being a vulture? Everybody's hungry. Everybody's got to
Future's
eat.
the vulture.
The vulture is no less than any other animal.
We define culture vulture.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I'll tell
Honestly,
you if there's anything I disagree with here.
I honestly can't define it because I look at a culture vulture. I look at rappers like culture vultures.
Why?
I look at gang members like culture vultures.
Mm.
Why? Because they're flooding the hip hop culture with why are you doing that, Bricc baby? This is not the time right now, and I'm trying to think, and you're throwing me off.
This
right
is
now.
what it's like to go
You
on a
talking
date with
about-
him. He's just gonna.
You
You're
talking
throwing
about
me-
gang members.
But no, seriously, like
talking
gang
about gang
members
members.
and rappers are culture vultures. Think about it.
The fake ones.
So then,
The party crips
they
are.
come for the bloggers or the YouTubers or the interviewers like they're culture vultures when in reality they're the culture vultures. They're the ones that's hindering the progression of hip hop.
You have to elaborate. I'm not letting you
Oh,
stop
here
there.
you
Okay.
go.
You have
All
to
right.
a little bit. Let her.
She's kind of
I
talking
just
some
hit
shit
it right
right
on the
now.
head.
You got me,
Let's
but
hold
how
court.
are we hindered?
Let's hold court on one of our faves and somebody that she talks about all the time. EBK J-Bo.
Oh,
My dog.
I
Free
love
J-Bo.
it.
love him.
Love his
Free
music.
Free
J-Bo.
J-Bo.
But when you really listen to his music, I mean, yeah, it does seem a little vulturish to make all these albums about just killing people that you don't get along with and shit. I don't think
Valid.
that's so.
Vulture is like
nondescript.
culture vulture. Hold on. Hold on, because I gotta stop y'all because this is how we
Oh, we're
grew
taking
up.
it to court.
We don't know nothing about no culture vulture. We don't even know nothing about the culture because y'all took the way that we live day to day and called it a culture. Nigga, this is a way of life. It's a lifestyle.
So
Ain't
is this the
nobody
urban culture?
Nigga, this is gangbang culture.
so it's the urban culture.
This is gangbang politics. We don't even call it culture. This not a culture. We grew up in this. We didn't know that we was making the wrong decisions with the dudes that we went to middle school with. They went to the wrong high school. We went to the right high school. The older niggas, they ain't the right niggas over there. We are programmed into this. This ain't nothing that, let's just go make songs
So
about
you're
this
saying
shit.
that you're a
we're
product of your
committing carnage.
environment.
Yeah.
Gang members are
You
a
may
product.
not feel like a culture, but let's show the screen. Culture is a collection of behaviors, values, and beliefs that are shared within a group, such as a nation or religious group.
by
That sounds like what a
definition-
gang is.
By definition.
Yeah.
I'm just
We
saying.
don't feel like it's a culture to be a vulture. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like, hey, my uncle from Rolling 60s, nigga. My dad from Rolling 60s. My cousins and them from Rolling 60s. This is Rolling 60.
Hmm.
We don't know what the hell anything else is.
Okay, so
And we don't like them people over there on Vermont.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And Hoover and all
So
that.
you guys
Like,
are
you know what I mean? We
vultures
just-
by default.
well, I don't see the vulturist.
These scavengers.
I don't exactly. So I don't see the vulturist aspect in that. So speaking of J-Bo, your original point, since gangster rap's inception, when it was referred to as reality rap back in the 1980s, when KRS-One and Boogie Down Productions made the Criminal Minded album, right on the heels of Schoolie D and Philly dropping music, it has always been about shedding light on what's going on in the inner city communities.
In the trenches.
In
Poverty.
the trenches. So what J-Bo is
Even
doing,
when Brenda had a baby.
there you go.
So we're taking it back to Tupac. But Tupac said he wasn't a gang member. He said he was a thug. It was a
He from
different.
the streets.
Did he have a tattoo that said MOB on his arm when he got murdered? at the
Oh,
end?
we're not gonna do Tupac history one-on-one right now.
Well, no, I'm saying
Okay.
he did and he was a gang member.
Even
at
if
the
he
time of
wasn't,
this.
he was
Yeah.
a
Okay, but
street
we're
nigga.
taking it back to
He's a-
EBK J-Bo. What Adam was saying was, if we're gonna like use an example, let's use EBK J-Bo. The whole world is fly exterminators.
If I'm in the wrong because I have conversations with rappers that sometimes go into who they have problems with, and that's wrong. I'm willing to accept that for the sake of conversation. The rapper who's actually rapping about killing his enemies, to me, seems like he's dramatically more in the wrong.
Yeah, but
That's
that's his,
it.
that's
Then
his
I'm-
culture. He
that-
can't
I'm
be a
essentially-
vulture in his own culture.
And I feel you,
He
but
can,
correct.
though.
I'm essentially like the same as the news.
Yo, you
Yes,
are
just by
because-
having conversations
yes,
with
No,
him.
no,
yes,
no.
you are.
A culture vulture wear a Nike Tech with Adidas.
That shit is crazy.
I knew they weren't going to see my feet today.
know
I knew they weren't going to see my feet.
I'm fucking with you.
I knew as I was putting them on, and I was like, I don't feel like going in the other room to get some other shoes, so I'm gonna put these shoes on.
got
You
some
didn't want the
black
all black forces?
My
Would've been
other
amazing.
shoes,
Would've
I've
been the
never
best
had
fit
all black
ever.
forces in my life. But if I
I'll buy
did,
you something for Christmas.
that's okay.
Good thought.
Okay, yeah, I'll accept that. That's cool.
It's a great
Yeah,
that.
that's just on some gang shit. I ain't
That's
trying to
cool.
get you a gift.
No, that's cool, yeah.
But no, it sounds like Bricc Baby is real passionate about when people label rappers or gang members as culture vultures. But when bloggers or interviewers or YouTubers do it, why are we labeled as culture vultures?
I don't think that I'm on both ends of the stick. I don't call people culture vultures unless my definition of a culture vulture is this, right? Say you own a store in a black community and you get all the money from out there, you're not black. And you come and you sell all the loose leaves and all the backwoods and all the malt liquors and all the exotic pops and all that. And you funnel all of that money out the trenches and you don't put it back. You go take it back to where y'all from and you go invest that money into your culture and what you do. That means that you came down, benefited off of our culture, did not recycle those dollars in our neighborhood, did not hire, you frown down on us when we come into the store and we spending our EBT and our money in there.
So you feel like anybody that gains capital off of the poverty
And not because
It's a
listen, no,
culture
it's
vulture.
not poverty. Because it's not always poverty. It's mid-class people that you taking money from, but you're coming to our communities and funneling out.
But the communities
and not adding on to the resources. People like Adam, he's employing the people that he's not supposed to be dealing with. He's
Right.
going to go deal with them on just a friendship level. When he pops out, it's not for protection. He doesn't really, when he goes to his white parties and all that, he does. But like,
Which we'll get to that because you went to one this weekend.
Yeah.
But okay, I mentioned
Go ahead.
J-Bo. One of the
Go
other
ahead.
primary archetypes in hip hop is the hustler, the drug dealer. I'm sorry. If you are selling cocaine, fentanyl, meth, whatever it may be, to women, never mind probably some significant portion of it is landing in the hands of children, never mind just like full-grown men. If you're selling that within your community, which is what, if you're listening to Jay-Z, I mean, that's basically what this is about. It's not like, oh, we are selling drugs to white people on the other side of town. It's like, no, we are selling drugs right here. We're also transporting it to other places, but we're selling it right here as well. That is 1,000 times more vulturish than a guy who's doing podcasts that are essentially attempting to like decode and figure out what's going on in those communities.
Valid points.
No, that is valid.
Valid.
It's he should have been more like Krayshawn on a college campus with a baggie full of Adderall.
Well, we've
Oh,
all
God.
seen what hard drugs do to people. Look at Bricc Baby. I mean,
Look at,
my skin, wait, hold on. My skin glow harder than anybody in the room. You
imagine
understand
how
me?
good you would look if you weren't on drugs.
Nigga, you can pop perks and eat sea moss, nigga, elderberries, nigga.
As long as you got the minerals, right, Bricc Baby?
Yeah.
Oh, let me know
Yeah,
something.
man.
But
School
I
me.
think that there's
man.
like one major component that's being left out of this conversation, and that's the racial component. Because
Valid.
people would never have the word culture vulture in their lexicon referring to
If
Adam.
he wasn't Caucasian.
1,000%.
There you go.
I see Ack getting it, but I feel like Ack has had to be so
Burrito.
unbelievably messy to get to that level of being considered a culture vulture, to even have people say that to him, because there are so many black content creators who, if they were white, would get destroyed in this culture for what they do.
Yeah.
And somehow so many of them evade any kind of introspection at all. Ack does get it, but he's so big and so messy that he's had to like kind of take it to the furthest extreme possible in order to have people start saying that about him.
When I also think like after like coming on top on beefs with Freddie Gibbs and people that the culture really respects and shit, like
I'm saying, just imagine a white, like we go to the liquor store and we can film our crackheads tweaking out and all that, give them $1, feed them hot chips and watch them cry and then give them water and shit. And everybody thinks it's funny. Let Adam go give a black bum a hot chip and watch him destroy his face.
And record
cry.
it.
Oh,
Sounds hilarious.
they're ready to send you
Can
to
we?
fucking jail.
Yeah.
They're ready to send you to jail over the shit. So it's just like, I get what you're saying. Like, if these people were white doing the shit that they were doing, oh my God, throwing eggs at Brian Pumper, oh my God. Just imagine.
Oh
if
my
those
God!
were
Now I'm
white
picturing
kids.
me doing that. Holy shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
All we did was bunny hop over the homeless. We didn't even hit them.
Yeah,